Greetings, family, original American family. Um, what I wanted to say real quick was follow no one, original family of the old world. Follow no one because we are the innovators, we are the teachers. You notice how whatever we do is popping? You notice how the words that we use that people made fun of, they use them in their advertising now. They use them in their ads. They use them. They take them, they steal them, right? That is not new. All right? And it should not be a secret anymore that the secret is that you're the great ones. It should not be a secret that we're the most loved and hated for the same reason. Because no matter what you do, you really can't be the American Melanites. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you fake it, we always know a carbon copy. Right? So, while they're all quietly taking on our culture and our ways, we are forgetting that we are the ones that do this. We have always been the trendsetters. Okay? We've always been the trendsetters. We've always taught everyone how to do everything. That is the way it's been. All right? Because we started out first. So I encourage you to learn that history so you can have that in your spirit, soul, and mind at all times. You are to follow no one because you are the one. Okay? Don't go looking out there for all these things. It's all already in you. You're the one. You're the one everyone's looking for, looking at. And you're sitting there quiet, not sure of yourself and all messed up. And you're the one that secretly everyone's looking at saying, oh, well, whatever he says, that's what I'm going to do. Or whatever she says, that's what I'm going to do. You have no idea how much your opinion is weighed upon and appreciated and heard. Okay? So, follow no one. I heard something, they said, the African Americans, now I don't like saying that word, right, because it's all a misnomer. Only thing that's not is the word American. That's our name. That's us. Amaru, that's us. But African's a misnomer. They made that up. If you're saying African, you're literally speaking English. Okay? Ask somebody on that continent that they called Ethiopia. Okay? Before they changed it. But that land of Ethiopia, ask them what an African is. They will look around you and wait for you to tell them for about 10 seconds. They'll wait for you to show them what you're talking about before they expect you to show them what an African is. They're not going to know what an African is. It's a misnomer. Go down that rabbit hole also. So anyway, the Melanites in America, I lost my train of thought. I went down that rabbit hole so much, and I'm so present in the moment that I often forget where I'm going and where I was at because I'm right in the moment. So pardon me on that one. It's going to come back around, I'm sure. It will come back around. But the bottom line is we have always set the tone. We have always been the innovators. Okay? Don't think that a bunch of Africans moved here and made all the inventions, okay, of this land that everyone uses now. Okay? Don't think for one moment that was not Aboriginal Indians right here doing that. Don't you think for 1 minute that Africans raised all the kids and grew all the food here. They couldn't do it. This is not their land. Okay? They could do it on their land, but you're not going to bring immigrants from somewhere else, and they're not gonna hold up your domestic situation and your harvest yield. No, because they're gonna have to train and learn like the pilgrims had to do. Okay? But they didn't have pilgrims and foreigners to train. They had us to teach them everything. And then they took everything over and made us buy it back. That's the hijack. And I apologize for using the word hijack because I feel like I should be I feel like Karimo should copyright that. He should trademark that word because for what he uses it for. I feel like I'm infringing on a historian that delivers information for us because he was the first one that I heard use the term hijack the way he does. And I could be wrong, but anyway, I just want to pay homage to him when I use the word hijack because I can't think of a better word for what happened to us and what's going on here. So anyway, honey, rock your feathers, rock your hair, rock your melanin. Do it. Because when you do it, you give everybody else permission to do it. They say whenever you do something, you give somebody else permission to do it. Whenever you jump outside the box, you give somebody else a little more courage to go ahead and do it as well. To be more of themselves and less of whatever they are being or whatever they're doing that's not true to themselves. So I encourage you to represent what your spirit wants you to look like every day. If your spirit wants you to paint your face, paint it. If your spirit wants you to rock your feathers and have people ask stupid questions, great. It will give you an opportunity to educate. I just want to encourage you to, keep standing out, y'all. That's us. If we don't keep standing out, they're not going to find us anymore. And that's the reason why they were able to find us. That's why you can find us all over the world, because we show up and show out. Everywhere we went, you knew we were there. Because we were fly. We're the dopest in the building always. Okay? We have always been this. Doing the most. Look at this sister right here. Doing the most. We have always been doing the most. Look at her. Look at this. Look at this head adornment she got going on. We've always been doing the most. Who do you think they got it from? And whenever you see it, it's a hijack. Whenever you see it in their movies or anything, even them doing it, they got it from us. And you can tell because it's not as strong. It's not as dope. It's not as put together. You look at the old videos, the old pictures of the Moors and stuff. And even us Aborigines over here, Indians, in our Indian style, we're always the dopest. You see the brother standing in the corner eating some grapes, and somebody that thinks he's just as important, or maybe he knows he's not. But if he thinks he's as important, or if he knows he's not, no matter what the case is, he's never dressed like us. Whoever's standing next to that Moor, they're never dressed. They're never dressed like him. They're trying. They're trying. They're trying. But it always ends up looking like a costume. So, yes, represent. Now I remember what I was going to say. I was watching a video and an interview, and one of the senators or some politicians were saying, yes, the African Americans, they're not infiltrating. They're not assimilating, the way that they thought we would have in this past 400 years. They were saying that. And I want to say, sisters, keep on holding strong. Keep on holding strong. As the age of Aquarius comes upon everybody, you're going to want to self-identify. And you're going to want to look the part, okay? You're going to want to look the part. You're not going to look like somebody else's family. You're going to want to look the part, sisters and brothers. So look the part. Make sure you don't look like them. When you're in the street, show up and show out. Why not? It's what we've always been doing. Apparently, it's what our spirit wants. Our spirit wants us to be adorned and just walking examples of gods and goddesses. They want that. That's what we do. So I encourage a rebirth of representing us. Adorn your hair. Rock your feathers. I wish I could display how I rock out. But needless to say, I really represent. Really represent. Yes. And I encourage the same. All right? Look the part. Go check out the images. Aboriginal Indians. Aboriginal Americans. Okay? Look at us. Look at the cave wall paintings. Go check out the Hebrew Israelites. No matter what you believe in religiously, go look at the Hebrew Israelites and go tell me who that is. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what your religion is. Go look at the Hebrew Israelites and tell me. Tell me that ain't some rapper. Tell me that ain't somebody that you know. Okay? So, it is what it is. You can trace our phenotype all over the world. Okay? You can always find us. You can see where we've been at. Because wherever we go to, we leave a mark. We paint ourselves. We make things. We build things. We leave things wherever we're at. And we were so fly. And you saw us coming. And they always knew when it was us. And we kept that up. We kept that up. And it's amazing. So keep it up. Brothers, sisters, I get so excited when I see you adorned in your feathers and stuff. I saw a brother the other day, and I couldn't believe it. He looked like he had feathers on and gold ones, okay? And some sort of real serious clothing. It was very cloakish. It was kind of like a cloth. But it was something else. He wasn't standing up, so I couldn't peep it all. But he had gold ones and his feathers. He looked like an accumulation of all the things that we've been. Literally. And that's all we are, right? He was the Hebrew Israelite I saw on the cave wall paintings. He was a hip hop rapper. He was an Aboriginal Indian. He was a Moor. I mean, he was everything. He was everything in one. And that's really is what we should look like today, if you think about it, because we are all those things. And so, yeah, we should be looking. We know we were looking out there and amazing, and oh my God, check them out. We were looking like that thousands of years ago. So now, man, we're playing around. We're not representing at all. If they were looking like this thousands of years ago, like this sister here, oh man, I'm looking forward to us really start adorning ourselves again. If you're embarrassed, do it at home first until you get strong, and then when you get strong, start watching these videos and reading these books. You're gonna want to represent. You're gonna want to make an excuse to just go out there and kick up some energy in your Ethernet. Ashay.